Calling People versus Kelli Bryant. The case number is 250310FY.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Erica Smith appearing on behalf of the people. No objection to having this hearing held via Zoom.
And good afternoon, Your Honor. Cecilia Karen Hongo here on behalf and with Kelli Bryant. She's present via Zoom from the Oakland County Jail. We have no objection to Zoom, Your Honor.
Thank you. Ms. Bryant, would you state your name for the record, please?
Kelli Bryant.
Thank you. This is the time and date set for a probable cause conference on the charged counts, 4 counts of welfare fraud. How did you want to proceed, Ms. Kirandongo?
Your Honor, I did receive, I want to say about 600 pages of discovery from Ms. Smith. I'm asking, we have Ms. Bryant's other matter scheduled for an adjourned PCC on 4/15. I'm asking that this be set over to that date for another probable cause conference as well. Ms. Bryant is going to waive her right to have the exam within 21 days.
All right. I'll note the waiver of the 21 days. Is that date good for people as well, Ms. Smith?
It is. Thank you, Your Honor.
All right. So given that the 21 days is waived, we will set a second probable cause conference on this case for April 15th. Ms. Kirandongo, is the other case set at 1:30 or later, to your knowledge?
2 p.m. is what I have in my calendar.
Yes, that's correct.
Is that what time?
2 p.m.
Okay.
2 p.m.
I'll set this one at 2 p.m. as well. As to bond?
Your Honor, in regards to bond, so Ms. Bryant was arraigned not by Your Honor. She was given a $14,000 and change cash bond to be posted in her name only. I do believe that that's actually an illegal bond. Ms. Bryant, pursuant to MCR 6.106, it would be the subsection C, but she doesn't qualify for a monetary bond under subsection B at all. It's not a murder, treason case, and it's not a violent offense, which then defaults down to subsection C, which talks about the court must give a personal recognizance bond with conditions if it doesn't meet any of the conditions in subsection B. And so I believe that there was an abuse in discretion when the court set her bond the way they did. And I'm asking this court to grant a personal recognizance bond on this case with conditions. The court is aware, had already on her other case, there is a $50,000 cash bond, cash only bond. She's still in the Oakland County Jail, but I believe in this case, she's entitled to a personal recognizance bond by statute. So that's what I'm asking for. She was not on release status. She has no prior criminal history. There was nothing else outstanding when this case came in, so she's not ineligible for personal bond under those circumstances either.
All right, thank you.
So I'm asking the court to grant that.
Just to clarify before I hear from people, as to the bond matter, the standard is not abuse of discretion for review of the bond. It's whether in a particularized review of the case, the court determines that would be appropriate. But Ms. Smith.
Your Honor, if the court's inclined to grant a personal bond, I would just ask that it be in the amount of about $29,000 because that's the amount of overissuance that Ms. Bryant was given for benefits in this case that were given to her children that did not live in her household.
Okay. This is a financial issue, and what Ms. Kirandongo says regarding the setting of a bond in this case, the court will consider. Because this is not a violent offense, there is no indication that there's a need for custody as a result of this case. And I will note, I do have the report from pretrial services recommending release with conditions, understanding that she'll still be held on the other case. But on this case, I will modify the bond to a $29,397 personal bond with conditions. Ms. Bryant may not possess a weapon of any sort. There's to be no assaultive conduct at all while this case is pending. So we do have a probable cause conference set for April 15th at 2 p.m. That'll be on Zoom.
Thank you so much, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.